Okay. So in last class, we have chance to one thing we are not able to see it, right? Function, global function. The global function syntax, actually I searched for that one. I did not have, actually it is not there. Global function and as well as local function, both syntax are same, sir. There is no difference in the syntax. There is no difference in the syntax. After it's completed, I did in my laptop that work. I verified that one. Same syntax. It has to work. So what you do is, whatever way local way function I created, similarly create the global user function and try to call that one. It has to work. Am I clear? Right. Today try it. If you are facing any problem, let me know. Tomorrow we'll try to publish in the blog directly. Okay? Right. So let me go for next one that is called as variables. Variables. Perfect. Variables, whatever technology you take, that means it may be obeyed. One moment, sir. One moment. Okay. So today we'll go for variables. Any technology, if you take it, variables are very important. It may be OBW tool, or it may be ODI tool, or it may be Informatica tool. Wherever you go, these variables are common. It's available anywhere. So what is the main nature of this variables is, if we want to achieve anything dynamic, at that moment we'll go for the variables. So here also same job we are trying to do. Variables, an ODI object which stores a typed value such as a number or string or date. Whatever you want to store inside the variable, you can store it. It may be a number value, or it may be string value, or it may be date value. Variables are used to customize transformations as well as to implement control structures such as if-then statements and loops into packages. So I can go and I can define one variable, this value is equal to 10, then do this. Like your for loop. For loop, what you are doing, I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus you are doing. That means variable I value, whenever it is less than or equal to 10, then we need to continue with the loop. Variables are two types. One is global as well as project level. To refer a variable, prefix its name according to its scope. Global means global dot variable name. Project means project dot variable name. Variables are used either by string substitution or by parameter binding. I mean to say, if you want to call directly in the SQL language, at that moment you are going for, this is another syntax is available, you can use this syntax also. Now, how many types of variables are available? We have four types of variables. One is declare, second is set, third is evaluate, fourth is refresh. We'll see the options where it can available. I'm trying to connect to the repository. Let's say B107. Okay. Now we can observe it's trying to connect. It's building the designer. It's trying to connect. Fine. Now, if you go for down the line, we are going to discuss these things. As of now, directly I am going for that one. We have, let us say, one variable I am creating here. Sorry. New variable. Variable name is, let us say, A. And here we are providing some value. We are providing, let us say, 10. Then try to save this one. I saved it. Now down the line we are trying to create here one package. We are trying to create, let us say, package, new package. Okay. Whatever variable you created, that one I can drag and drop. I am trying to drag and drop. Once you drag and drop, in the bottom, to see the bottom, these all options properly, go to the view, go to the full screen mode. So full screen mode will be looks like this. Then see here, whenever I select this variable, here I have four options. One is called as declare the variable, evaluate the variable, refresh the variable, set the variable. What do you mean by declare the variable is, we can go and you can define whatever value you want here. You can go and you can define whatever value you want here. Step name is A, and if you go and see here, we are trying to declare this variable A is equal to 10. Already I defined whenever I am creating it. Now next is available here, that is called as evaluate the variable. It's trying to evaluate the condition. Suppose this variable is equal to 10. This variable is equal to what, sir? 10. Then only try to execute one particular mapping. Then only try to execute one particular mapping. I can go and I can create like this condition. That means what, sir? It is going to evaluate this variable. It is going to evaluate, sorry. It's trying to evaluate this variable. Whenever this a value is equal to 10, then only it is going to execute it. That's what the meaning of evaluate. Evaluate the variable value. Evaluate the variable value. Fine. Next one is available here, that is called as refresh the variable. Luckily you created here a variable. That variable is static in the nature. A variable which is in the static in nature. Suppose you created a variable. That variable is refreshing using a SQL query. Using a SQL query. That SQL query you created using the source. Here you can write the SQL query. Then what will happen? At the time of running, it has to execute the SQL query. Whatever value we got, that value it has to use it. At that moment I need to select as refresh variable. Then I have next one, set variable. I can redefine. I can redefine in this window. I can redefine in this window. I know already you define the value for this one 10, but still if you want to redefine here, you can redefine it. And if you want to maintain this as incremental if you want to maintain also, increment option as of now for me disabled. Why it is disabled is because the data type of this variable, a data type of the variable is available as alphanumeric. That's why it is disabled. If I select this as numeric, then file menu, then save it, then go to the package, then select it, and we need to refresh this also. Let me drag and drop this one. Now increment is available or not, sir? This is not refreshed. That is the problem. That means a numeric one, if you take, increment option is available. What it is going to do exactly? Suppose you want to increment every time whenever it is passing. I want to increment by 1. I want to increment by 1. If that is what my requirement, I can go and I can do that one. I can go and I can do that one. So now you people understand one point very clearly. How many types of variables are there? 4 types. One is declare the variable, evaluate the variable, refresh the variable, set the variable. Fine. So those are the 4 things what I am saying. Declare the variable, set the variable, evaluate the variable, refresh the variable. Refresh the variable. Now first one, that is called as declaring the variable. What do you mean by declaring the variable? When a variable is used in a package or in certain elements of the topology which are used in the package, it is strongly recommended that you insert a declare variable step in the package. The step explicitly declares the variable in the package. That means I know already you defined a value is equal to 10, you defined whenever you are creating the variable. Yes or no? Even though you defined the value here, 10 you defined, let us say, explicitly it is required, if you go and if you select here, define variable, declare variable, you select here. Then what will happen is forcefully it assigns the same 10 to the a. If you are not doing, what will happen is it sometimes won't read the value from the variable section. This variable, it won't read value from the variable section. Because of this, for null values are going to pass. It should not happen means whenever you want to use this variable, forcefully say as declare the variable so that you will be getting that value. That's what I am trying to say. Refreshing. A refresh variable step allows you to re-execute the command or query that computes the variable value. Under the variable, you written one SQL query. That SQL query you need to execute means you need to select as a refresh variable. Third one, assigning. A set variable step of type assign sets the current value of a variable. So it is going to assign whatever value you want, you can assign it. That means whatever you type it, or it can go for the incremental way also. A set variable step of type increment increases or decreases a numeric value by the specified amount. This is a numeric value, so it can do it. Next one, conditional evaluation. An evaluation variable step tests the current value of a variable and branches depending on the result of the comparison. Depending on the results of the comparison. What is the meaning of that one? Suppose I am selecting this value, this one as evaluate. Evaluate the variable is equal to 10. If it is 10, execute this one. If it is not 10, then execute this one. If it is not 10, then execute this one. Then what I can do, sir, I can write like this. I can write like this. What I click the button. Okay. Anyhow, you can see here one option is available here directly. That option is called as, if it is true, then it is executing this one. If this is what, sir? False, then it is executing this one. It is maintaining the branches or not. If it is true, this branch is executing. If it is false, this branch is executing. This kind of things we can do. Using the evaluate variable. Fine. Best example is, if it is successfully pass, then send the pass email. If it is fail, then send the fail email. So and so workflow failed. Here means so and so workflow passed. Like that you can send the one notification mails. One notification, that is the best example. Now, variables also can be used in expressions of mappings, procedures, and so forth. Wherever you want to use variables, you can go ahead and you can call over them. One simple one we'll try to do, exercise 1. Filter department number 10 using default value static as static assignment. So I am creating static variable with the numeric value department number 10 I am giving. Click on save and close it. Step 2 is using static variable as a filter. We already created one mapping previously that is known as m_float file to table. But there what we were doing is we created manually department number is equal to 10 we given. Now what we are trying to call the variable in the condition. We are trying to call the variable in the filter condition. Because of this one, what will happen is it will be allowing only 10th number of data. Truncate the target table also and try to click on validate, save and run it. It is very simple example or not, sir? What we are doing is 2 steps process. We are creating one static variable and we are trying to use the static variable inside the mapping filter condition. Let us go and try to do the same job. Yeah, Rahul, I am giving control to you. I gave it. Please try to go to the ODI window. I am closing all the things. I am closing it. Let us say close all. Yes. Try to create one variable. Yes, Rahul, try to create one variable. Right click on the variables. Then new variable. Then department number 10. Then default value is equal to 10 and also data type is equal to numeric. Data type also we need to select as numeric. So click on save. Go to the file menu, click on save. Go to the file menu bar, save. So we are going to the file menu bar, then we are trying to click on save. We save. Now close this variable window. Now open a mapping m_float file to table mapping. That is correct. Open that one. Perfect. You open m_float file to table. Now you can notice here I have their filter condition. You can select the filter condition. Then from the filter condition window right side, click on the edit option. From the filter condition window right side, we have here edit option. You are not seeing, means then try to adjust this windows. Right. We are seeing here one option, that button is called as edit button. Click on that button. Then delete over there in operator 10, 20, everything delete it. Only column name I want. Only column name I want. From in you can delete everything. Yeah. Perfect. Now I want to call here variable. So type the equal to. Then in the bottom we have the variables, project variables, expand it. Project variables, not the functions. Project variables, expand it. There I have the department number 10, double click on that. So we got the syntax. This was the syntax what we learned, right? So I can take this one as it is, Control C, and I am closing this one. Here I am trying to paste over here, Control V. Okay, try to save it. Go to the file menu, save it. I think one more thing we missed out. We need to truncate the target table also, right? Why? Because already we have the data in the target table. So I want to truncate the target table. I'm selecting this target table. Then truncate target table option is equal to true. Then try to save it. Go to the file menu, save it. Now I want to run this one. After running, I should see only 10th data or 10th and 20th data, sir. Only 10th data only. Now if you go and see in this one what is available, let us say I am right clicking on this one, then right click, go for the data. We can notice here I have the 10th department as well as 20th department, both the records are available. Now if you run this one, after running we should able to see only 10th department data. Go to the ODI menu here, sorry. Go to the run menu here, click on run. Click on run. So it's asking what you want to run it. Click on OK. Physical node is associated with the logical schema, but it is not mapped to a physical server in the context global. Why global is available here? Click on OK. Now again click on run. Again click on run. Run. Then we are context is by mistake it is available as global. So we are using our own context that is called as development. So select the development. Click on OK. Then it's going to run now. Session started. Okay. Then you can notice here it is ran successfully. In the operator tab you can observe it. All executions m_fraud file is ran successfully. If it is ran successfully, then what I need to observe is right click on this table, then data. I should be able to see only 10th department data, right? But I am not seeing any data. Why default value is nothing is there? We given 10, right? Okay, some reason it is not saved. I given 10, but some reason it is not saved. Okay, let us say file menu, save it. Save side once again open and observe it really it is saved or not. Now it is saved. Previously somehow it is not saved. That is the reason we are not seeing anything. Okay, now let us go for run. Click on run this one. Okay. Okay. Then operator tab you can go and you can observe and refresh it. Then you can go to the designer tab. This table, right click, then data. Now we are seeing what's the 10th department data. So what you did in this total exercise, you created one simple variable. That variable you called in the mapping filter condition and we are trying to run it. We'll try to increase somewhat complexity. Let us go for second exercise, exercise 2. Filter minimum department number using SQL query results. Today I have 10th department, 20th department, 30th department. That is the reason you can say minimum is 10. Due to XYZ reason you created the one more department, let us say 9 or 8 or 7 or 6. Okay, our maximum department number you created is a 40 or 50, 60 like that you created. Whatever minimum is available, that minimum only I want to get it. Whatever minimum is available, that minimum only I want to get it. So what I am writing for this, selecting minimum of department number from scott.emp, I am giving the SQL query. What will happen is this query will be executed in the source corresponding database, and whatever result is there, that result will be mapped to the variable. That variable, like as usual, we are going to use in filter condition, and we are going to observe what is happening here. Okay, let us go and try to do the same job. create one variable with the name of minimum department number or maximum department number, whatever you want. Right click on variables, then new variable, give the name as minimum department number, minimum department number, minimum department number. Fine. Data type as numeric. Then default value is we don't want anything. Okay, let us go for the refreshing section. Refreshing section, refreshing section, refreshing. So click on that refreshing button. Now where you want to execute this one, in the source schema or target schema, that we need to select here. So we want to execute in the source because EMP table is available in the source side. Then right here query as select min of department number from EMP, min of department number from EMP, min of department number from EMP. Perfect. Now whatever query you return, that query is correct or not, we can validate here. Here I have one option that is called as testing query on the DBMS. If I click on that one, error while executing the query. What is error? Table or view does not adjust. Might be the problem of scott.exe. The valid query is also valid query. Query is valid. Now click on OK. Now try to save this one. As of now, let us say go for the file menu, save it. Same thing I want to call in my mapping. Let us go for the mapping and select our filter condition. And what is the variable name? Min dpt number, right? Let us go and try to edit this one. So instead of department number, instead of department number 10, we are writing here min department number. Min department number, we are writing it. Why it is not recognizing? It is not recognizing as it is not coming in the blue color, right? Why it is not coming in the blue color? Project variables, it's not there yet. Why it is not there? We saved it, right? No. Minimum of dpt number, file menu, we saved it. Somehow it is not recognized. So let me reopen. Everything is available, file menu. Now go on, try to take here. Whenever you are working, it will be logged automatically. Now let me close this guy and reopen this mapping. Mapping is already opened before it is variable is created, right? Maybe that is one of the reason. So I reopened the mapping. So I am selecting here filter condition. Then I am trying to type here. Previously you typed minimum department number, right? That as it is came here. I saved it, right? That is as it is came here. So now it is recognizing or not? Now it is recognizing. Even you can go and you can observe here project variables is available. So the reason is the mapping is opened before the variable is creation. That's why it is not reflected. So if system is recognized that as a variable means you should see in the blue color. Okay. Now I am going for the file menu. That is okay, saved already. Click on the run. If I click on run, are you expecting 10th department data or 20th department data or 30th department data? 10th department data, right? Okay. Before going for the 10th department data, I want to show you what is the data available in the target table. In this target table, what is the data available? This is the available, right? I am trying to delete this record. Click on delete. Now I don't have any records. Let us say commit this record also. Save the changes. Do I have any records here? Now once if I run this one, really it is working fine. Really it is working fine. Then it has to give me what is the data? 10th department data. But what is the problem is, we'll see the blank data only. If you go and see the operator tab, refresh it, it is executed perfectly. But if you go and right click on this one data, we are seeing what's a blank. Why so? What ideally we are expecting is whenever you ran the mapping internally has to execute the filter condition. In the filter condition we given the variable, it has to call the variable. Inside the variable we have the SQL query, it has to call the SQL query. SQL query once executed, the result is assigned to the variable is going to the filter, mapping is will be giving the 10. That's what we are expectation. But what is the problem here happening is the SQL query is not executing. The SQL query is not executing it. Why it is not executing means inside the mapping it won't execute basically. That's what the limitation here. That's what I given here. Notice that no data loaded into the target as we have no value in the variable. From this we come to understand variable corresponding query will not execute with what's a mapping run. Whenever you run the mapping, it is not going to execute it automatically. Now how to handle this one? My requirement is what I want to get the minimum department number only. Whenever I ran the mapping, I want to get it. How to achieve this one? We have one thing, exercise 3. Filter minimum department number using refresh variable type of the package. What I am doing is same variable I am taking here, and I am trying to mark this as a refreshable type variable. Once I refresh, then I am trying to run this mapping. Once it is refreshed means what will happen is the 10th value will be assigned to the variable that will be passed to here. That's what the job what I am doing it. Yes, I try to do the same job. Create one package, the name of package underscore variable mapping. Rahul. Create the mapping. Close this one. Now go to the designer. Then go to the packages and right click on the package. New package. Give the name as what is the name, sir? I already copied it, so you can paste it. Click on OK. Now drag and drop the variable what you created, minimum department number, into the work area. Perfect. And also whatever mapping you want to run it, that mapping also you can drag and drop. That's correct. Drag and drop that one. Perfect. These two things try to connect using the OK button. OK button from the toolbar. Try to drag and drop from variable to mapping. Perfect. Now click on the normal cursor symbol. First one, yes. Now select the variable. In the bottom we are seeing type is equal to what is came by default. Refresh variable is the what we got it. We too expecting the same thing we are expecting actually. So select the refresh variable only. Then save it. Go to the file menu and save it. And try to run this package. Go to the run menu, click on run. So package is going to run it here. So package running means what's internally we have the variable and mapping. So first variable will be running, then mapping will be running. Click on OK. Now go to the operator tab. Click on refresh. Then you can observe 32 is package variable mapping, ran it. Then you can expand it. First one is what? Min debit number variable is executing here. Variable is executed. And then it is going for the files. Okay. Now if everything is executed perfectly, what is my expectation? If you go and see target table, then click on the data, we are able to see 10th corresponding data. That's for the exercise 3. Now let us move on to the next one. That is called as sequences. Still variables, I'm going to discuss down the line more about it in the packages whenever I'm discussing. As of now, this was the introduction. So what is your understanding? If you want to define anything dynamic, then you need to go for variables. These variables are two types. One is project level variables, then global variables. Project level variables means project code dot variable name you need to write. What do you mean by project code? Is it the project code? Whatever you are seeing here, this is the project code, or it is a project name. This is project name. Where you can find out the project code? If you click on open, then this is called as what, sir? Project code. Project code. Project code and project name. If you are not specifically provided means it will be same. If you are not specifically provided means it will be same. But specifically if I provide here, then it will be different. But however, you see this message also once. Changing the code of the project may cause errors in objects that refer to it, especially with the project variables. If I click on S, what is the problem which is happening is, if you go and see your mapping, filter condition, see here what is coming here. It is coming as variable. It is identified as a variable. It is not identified as a variable. Why? Because this project code is changed here. What is the project code is changed? Project 1, 2, 3. Now select that like that and try to reopen it. It will be accepting it. I mean to say, go to the file menu. Now go to the amount score plot file table. Then you can observe filter condition B107 1 2 1 2 3. Now it is identifying or not? It is identifying. So what I want to say is, don't change the project code anywhere. Okay, if you change the project code, you are luckily we used only in one place. That is the reason manually we are changing here also. Suppose you are using 100 variables in 100 different mappings. You change the project code. Then you need to change how many mappings? 100 mappings you need to change. It is a big project. That is the reason, don't change the codes. Names you want to change whatever way, yes, can go ahead and you can change it, no problem. But codes should not be changed. That's what the meaning of. We can call using the project code dot variable name, or you can call using global dot variable name. Both the ways are available. And variables are 4 types. One is called as declare, then set, evaluate, and refresh variables. Which are now, as of now, we understand refresh variable and declare variable. We understand it. Set and evaluate variables, as of now, we didn't understand. We'll try to understand down the line. Okay, let us move on to the next one, important one, that is called as sequences. What do you mean by sequence? A sequence is nothing but a serial number, sir. In our data warehousing case, I want to maintain data warehousing records properly, means I require one key. That key is called as surrogate key. Surrogate key is a sequence numbers which is called in our OBW exclusively with the name that is called as row underscore warehouse ID. To do the same job in Informatica, we have one transformation that is known as sequence transformation is available in Informatica. If anyone knows Informatica tool, in Informatica, whatever job doing by sequential transformation, same job is doing now sequences. Okay, a sequence is a variable that increments itself automatically each time it is used. For first record passing, I use this one will be generated. Second record passing, I use that one, second will be there. Third time it is passing, I use that one, third will be passed. My data today loading is completed. After 1 month, again I am trying to call this one. Then what will happen, sir? It won't start from 1. It starts from 4th, because 3 up to 3 is already completed. It starts from the 4th, 4, 5, 6 will happen. After 1 month, we are running same thing again. Then what 7, 8, 9 will be calling. So whatever one number is came, that number will not be coming again. That number will not be coming again. That is what called as sequence generator here. It is mainly useful to generate surrogate keys. Next, a sequence can be created as a global sequence or in a project sequence also. Let us say here I have two options are available. If you go and see, here I have the sequence, this is called as project level. Here I have one thing that is called as global level. Whatever you want, you can use that one. Next one. Oracle Data Integrator supports three types of sequences. One is called as standard sequence, specific sequence, native sequence. If you go and right click on the sequences, new sequence, then you can observe here standard sequence, specific sequence, and at the bottom you can observe we have here native sequence is available. That's what we are saying as it's supporting here three types of sequences. It is going to support it. One is standard, then sequence, then native sequence. Okay, what we are going to use most of the times, is it standard or specific or native? Okay, that's what we need to understand it. Most of the times we prefer to use what, sir? Native sequences. I can say not most of the times, 100% will go for what, sir? Native sequence only. No, we are not going to go for this one. As a concept is available, so we'll use it. Okay. Let us move on to the native sequences. First exercise. Okay, native sequences that maps RDBMS managed sequences. Next, even we can use direct database sequences without using what, sir? ODI sequence types. That means whatever functionality they give in the sequences, even though you are not using this also, you can achieve the same functionality. But by taking help of what? Database level also, we have a concept. Concept is called as sequences. Concept is available. Next one, exercise 1. Creating sequence by using direct database sequences. That means what, sir? I am not using any ODI sequences. Directly I am using database sequences. What do you mean by database sequences? Just see in the Oracle. So, okay. So, a sequence is a database object that generates unique numbers, mostly used for the generating what? Primary key values. Once one can select the next value and current value from the sequence, selecting the next value will automatically increment the sequence. So how to create such a beautiful sequence is, here we have that one, create sequence, emp underscore sequence is created. Selecting from the sequence, select emp underscore seq dot next value from the dual. What is got? 1. Same thing is executing one more time. Then what he got? 2. First time once it is used it, second time is calling means what will happen? It will automatically increments. That means whenever it is called, it gives one value, it increments by 1. By default is 1 actually. Okay, next one. Select emp sequence dot next value, emp sequence is something given. Then what you are getting here? 3, 3, 3 you are getting here. This is next value is 3, current value is 3, next value is 3, current value is 3. Why, sir, you are calling different times, right? What is it here? Note that next value and current value returns the same value for each row of a select. So only one row, even though I am selecting here, even though I am calling here 4 times, but you are calling in where, sir? In the same row you are calling. In the same row you are calling. That is the reason we got here same number. But in this case, what is happening? Is the same row or different row? It is a different row. That's what we are getting here, 1 and 2. If you see here same query, we are executing here, union I am providing somewhere, current value from, select 1 from dual, union all, select 2 from dual. Then what is happening here? 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5 will be coming. Now, creating more complicated sequences. Create sequence, my sequence, minimum value is what? 1, maximum value is 1000, starts with 1, incremented by how much? By default incremented by how much? 1. So we are defining here, I want to increment by 2. Cache is 5 means it's going to remember last 5 values is going to remember. You can define whatever you want. Reset a sequence to a predetermined value, say from 100 to 50. So alter sequence 1, increment by what, sir? Minus 50. If I do minus 50, what will happen? Suppose my value is available now 100 level. It is going to drop by 50. Now it starts again from the 50. Now select sequence next value from dual. Alter sequence is incremented by 1. Next, remove or delete a sequence. Simply drop the sequence like this. You can drop it. Now can you create a sequence using this total documentation? Suppose I am creating now sequence. This is what the sequence I am creating it. I am copying this code. Okay, I will take code from my notes only. What I am trying to do here, just try to understand this part. Now I am going to the SCART schema. Password as tiger. Fine. Now I am typing here. See here, what is your code understanding? Create sequence, empid underscore sequence. Minimum value is 1, maximum value is 49, starts with 1, incremented by 1. If I execute this one, it is asking schema. Let us provide the schema also. SCART, okay. Then ask the password. Tiger, okay. Now we created successfully sequence. Once you create the sequence, where you can see that one, it is created or not. Here I have one option. That option is called as sequences option. There, what is there? empid underscore sequence. It is created when, sir? 14th July 14. That means today only it is created. Then last DDL time is this one. Sequence owner is this one. Name is this one. Minimum value, maximum value incremented by 1. Cache flag identified. That is the reason no. Order flag identified. Next cache size is 20. Last number is what? 1. Right. This is what the information whatever available in the cache. If you want to see the dependencies or any SQL corresponding to this one, you can go and you can see the SQL. This for the SQL. Perfect. Now what I want to do next, I created the sequence successfully. Second one is what? Create your target table. I am trying to create a target table using this one. Only one thing is I am trying to create. What is your schema? B107 TDBU. What I am trying to is I am trying to create table sequence underscore emp as select one as row underscore vid. This is the one column I am creating. Rest of the columns are similar to emp table. Rest of the columns are similar to emp table. I don't want any data. I want only table structure. Now table is created. If you want to see the table name seq underscore emp table, seq underscore emp table is created. As of now, data is nothing is available. Columns are, these all columns are there. Row width we are going to populate. Row width we are going to populate using the sequence what you created just now. Now this table I want to import into target. Let us go and try to designer. Then models. Then right click on the target. Click on open. Then you can go and you can select to reverse engineering. Select the option called as objects to reverse engineering. Then click on reverse engineer. The table is coming here sequence underscore emp. Sequence underscore emp is coming here. Let us go and try to select it. Then right click on view data. Now as of now there is no data is available as you created just now. You created this one. Just now you created this one. Next point. Next point. So create a mapping. We are trying to create a mapping with the name of m underscore database sequence control C. Let us go and try to create that one. So I am trying to create a mapping. Right click on this one, new mapping, m underscore database sequence. Click on OK. Now I want to drag and drop corresponding tables here. I want source table as emp table, target table as what you created just now. So go for source table as emp table. From here I have emp table, just drag and drop that emp table. And target table is available here somewhere. Sequence underscore emp, drag and drop that one. Okay. Now we need to connect both the things. You need to connect these two things I need to connect here. These two things I need to connect here. So let us connect it. Employee number to department number will be connected. There is no issues. Based on the name we connected, employee number, e-name, job, manager, ID date, salary, these all things are connected. But what about this row ID? That we need to do it right. So what exactly are trying to do? Select the row with column, then go and try to click on edit expression. Here we can call the sequence. To call the database sequence, what is the syntax? What is syntax? So you mapped here everything. Now I am calling a database sequence. Selected the row with. What is syntax? Your schema name, where you have it. TDB means in our case it is B107 TDBU dot empid underscore sequence dot next value. 3 parameters we are providing here. Number 1 is called as what is your schema name. Number 2 is called as what is the sequence name. Number 3 is I am taking here next value. Next value. Shall we go and do this one? Right. What is your schema name? B107 TDBU. What is your sequence name? Sequence name is what? Sequence name is what? It is not there. Where you created? Sorry, you created in the SCOT schema, right? Then we need to change this also. Then we need to change SCOT dot. The sequence name is empid underscore sequence. empid underscore sequence dot next var. Okay, we are providing the same formula. Then provide the same formula. Then try to click on validate it. So it is validated. And go to the file menu, save it. We are trying to save it. We saved it. Let us say temporarily I am closing all the things. Let me close it. Fine. Same mapping I am opening to confirm my everything code is saved or not. What is the mapping I did? M underscore. Where is that? Sort it is. Database sequence. Open that. Now I want to run this one. Go to the, before running I want to confirm one more point. Provide the formula is available or not, I am confirming. Then go to the run menu, click on run it. Click on S. Click on OK. Click on OK. If everything is ran perfectly, then what I should see is here. If you go for your target table sequence underscore emp, then data, I should see here what, sir? Why it is starting with the 2? Why it is starting with the 2? Previously we saw last value is what, sir? 1 we saw in the database table, right? So that's why it is going for the 2. If it is has to start with the 1 means give the code like that. Code is what is the code you need to change here? If you go and see this code, you given here minimum value is 1, minimum value is 1, increment by 1 you given, right? Give the minimum value as 0 over here. Give the minimum value as 0 over here, then automatically, sorry, 1 is there, but give the 0 here. Then it starts with the 1. Okay, now it is up to what extent it is created, sir? 21. If I run next time, same thing I am running one more time, same thing I am running one more time. Let us go for the run. Click on the run. Click on OK. Click on OK. Now if successfully once it is executed, if you go to the operator tab, it is executed. Now if you go and try to run once again, what you are expecting? From 22 to 22 you are expecting, right? It is coming from 22 to 41. This is how it will keep on going on. This is how it will keep on going on. Perfect. But however, here one small problem is there, sir. What is the problem is? What is the last number? 41. But if you see in the database sequence details refresh, then what is the last number is showing? 61. Both are not matching, right? Both are not matching. Why? Some issue. But even though it's showing as a last number as 61, if I go and if I run this one, once again, it will be starting from 42 or it's going to start from the 61. It is 41 is available, right? It is going to start from where? 42 it has to start. Let us go for the run. Then, okay. Then select it, right click, data. Then we are seeing here, it is coming up to 61. Now if you go and see the refresh here, then what is coming? 81. What is anything you are able to link up? Cache, yeah, that means the last number is equal to what? Whatever previously used value plus 20, that gives me what? Last number. That's how it is calculating. Don't take last number directly as whatever last used it. Last number is what is the meaning? Whatever last used plus the cache number it is giving it. Sometimes this also will not be matching. Most of the times it will match it. Okay, anyhow, even though it is giving here last number is something else also, you need not worry about it. Your result is coming properly or not, you need to see it. Okay, right. That's what called as how to use directly the database sequence, how to use it. Exercise 2. Create sequence by using native sequence. Create sequence by using native sequence. What is the meaning of that one? Create native sequence. Under RTech project, right click on sequence, click on new sequence. Then providing the name as native sequence underscore, this one I am giving the name. Let me take it. Control C. Let us go for the sequence creation, close it. Then designer tab. There I have one option, that option is called as sequences. Right click, new sequence. Then provide the name as nat underscore sequence underscore emp row width. You need to select a standard or specific. Next is what? Native sequence. Once you selected the native sequence, what you need to do is, you need to take the schema name from here. What is schema name? Where it is available? Source. Click on browse it. If you click on browse, then you can observe here what context you want. Context is asking. Whenever I select the development, automatically what happened? Whatever sequence are available in the SCOT schema, those things is available. You can select that one directly. That means database sequence means what, sir? You are putting efforts. You are putting efforts to write the syntax. Here you are not writing the syntax, but you are using same database sequence, you are using it. So direct database sequence or native sequence, both are one and same. Both are one and same. Only thing is there we are providing the syntax and everything we are providing. Here we are not providing the syntax. Directly we are using user-friendly information. Now once you create the native sequence, then go to the file menu, save it. I saved it. Same thing I can call into your mdatabase sequence window. Let me select your row width column. Then try to edit this one. I am trying to edit. If you go for the sequences, project level sequence, I am able to see the native sequence. You can remove this part, then double click on this one. This is what the native sequence what it is. Then close this one. Close this one. Then go to the file menu, then save it. If I click on run now, it will be execute from where? Same sequence like I am calling, right? That is the reason if you click on run, click on OK, click on OK, then right click on this one, click on data, then you can observe previously it was up to 61, now it is up to 81, it is came. So this is what the native sequence is, the one which are going to use more frequently in any project. So next, similarly standard and specific calls available. Just walk through those things. Using native is done. Next is what? Creating sequence by using standard sequence. Standard sequence means simply new sequence you are creating. Standard sequence incremented by 1 we are saying. That means each and every time whenever it is called, it is going to increment by 1. This corresponding reference is not available. This corresponding reference is not available in the database. It is a purely ODI sequence. These references are not available in the database. Directly we are creating here itself, we are creating it. So what exactly we are trying to do? We are going to the sequences folder. Right click on that one, new sequence. Just simply we are defining here something standard underscore sequence. Then we are defining a standard sequence incremented by 1. That's it. If it is a specific sequence means you can start the specific sequence. Any one table, one row we can select here basically. EMP and whatever column we want, you can select the column EMP number, and EMP number whatever column is value is available from that column we can get it. I mean to say, using standard sequence is done, same process, creating the specific sequence. We are providing the schema name, table name, column name, and I am giving a condition as EMP number is equal to 7876. From here it is going to start and it is going to generate the sequence numbers. That means next number will be what? 7877, 7878, 7879. We are trying to take here some specific value we are trying to take. From there we are trying to increment it. That's what is specific. However, these two things are not that much of famous. We are not using it. We are going to use always native sequences. Native sequences. You got it? Right. Next chapter that is called as procedures. Procedures. Tomorrow we'll try to discuss the procedures. Today what we discussed, just let me summarize. We discussed about two things. Number one is called as variables. Variables. Number two is called as sequences. Variables are how many types? 4 types. One is called as declare the variable, set the variable, refresh the variable, evaluate the variable. Sequence are how many types? Standard sequences, specific sequences, native sequences, even you can say database, direct database sequence also. Okay, but main used one is what, sir? Native sequence is the main used one. Okay, thank you.